Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and our home team. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw on 3rd down, Sullivan. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. We'll look now at our starting defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
On 3rd down, Sullivan. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Garner. This is Reese on the ground. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 27. Off the play fake. Garner. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burns. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Ready. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Patriots have it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Looking to throw. Sullivan. And able to find Kirk complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Nice catch right there and brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Garner firing quickly, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Off play action. Garner. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his first touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the...
And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Sullivan. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Off the play fake. Garner. Got a man open. That's Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. On 2nd down now. Pace. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Snap.
On third down, pace. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 1st down, Garner. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 3. And he completes it to Cullen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They come out here in the eye.
Check Mike 57, so don't say nothing.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking label?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this will be incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 35. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Sullivan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They'll try to counter here. Cohen, he'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Garner looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Garner, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. This is Cullen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, Pace. He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw on third down, Garner. And that is incomplete.
The 3rd down pass. Incomplete from the contact.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Switch.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
From the gun, Sullivan. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Keep it up, guys.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Sullivan. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down. Sullivan. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw. Sullivan. And his pass incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On the draw, this is Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Sullivan. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll give it to Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
Here we go again.
On 1st and 10, Garner. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Draw play, Cohen. And an alley to run. run. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down. Garner, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow. So we come upon halftime and what's and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, it's Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. On third down, Pace, and an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. On first down, Garner, and a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. On first down, Pace. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pace. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Garner. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
first and 10. Sullivan, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Sullivan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again. Sullivan. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
You see me? You see me?
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Looking to throw. Garner. That is caught by Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. And I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's going to get his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On second down, it's Beal. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Sullivan, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing to start the drive. Garner, the screen pass here to Cohen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Sullivan. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. This is Mixon on the draw. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sullivan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30. Throwing on 1st down. Sullivan. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll set them back 5. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Back to throw. Sullivan. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw. Sullivan. That's complete to Bolden. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Sullivan. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, Sullivan. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Sullivan to Mixon on the check down. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Pace. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Dances by him. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Sullivan. And that will be incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Sullivan. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Throwing on 1st down, Sullivan. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a 2nd and 7. And Bolden brings it in, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Looking to throw. Sullivan.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Sullivan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Back to throw. Sullivan.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Sullivan. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. Sullivan to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 4th down, Sullivan. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie...
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Go. 60 outlaw. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. 6 man.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
30 base.
On 3rd down, Pace. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Pats at the line ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, Patriots